Well, how confident were you going into those PKs? I mean, it seems like all year long, anytime there's PKs, you're prepared for it.
I know, yeah, PKs are one of my strong suit, being a goalie. It's real hard for a lot of goalies to get to that level, just knowing that you're going to come out of a PK on top. That one, I know I had a hand on a couple of those, and I was close. I know I had a good read on a lot of the guys. And then just that last one, I got my hand on it, blocked it down, and then, it was real nice knowing that pressure was gone.
How hard is it for those PK goals, especially at state? I mean, it's hard already because, I mean, the advantage is to the offensive player. So how'd you kind of read some of those guys? You got a lot of hands on a couple before the Bain save.
I look for their eyes and I watch their hips. That's just how I get an early read. How they line up after they set the ball down also gives me a clue. A couple of those, I think I was pretty close on diving the correct side every time. So just making sure I get early jumps. That was just why I couldn't get to him earlier. But that last one, I got a early jump on, knocked it down, and then.
Like I said, you came close a couple times. I mean, how confident were you that the offense would keep scoring there in those PKs? I mean, they didn't miss,
Yeah.
Of course. It seemed like they had no problem scoring there. So
yeah, our guys, I got their back, they got mine. Like they kept putting them in, we kept getting scored on, but I knew eventually that I was gonna help them out, and I'll end it for us.
Does this game show how tight the two-way race is right now? I mean, Norwalk went to penalty kicks with Glenwood too. Is two-way just that tight right now?
Two-way up top is a really strong class. It's anybody's game, as you can see. You got to come in here every time knowing that it's going to be a battle. It doesn't matter what team you're playing or who you're going up against. You just got to get out there and you got to give it everything you got.
You got to get it, Dan!
Go ahead.
Sorry, you've probably been asked this tons of times. Talk about the stop, obviously, in the PK there on the set shot.
Just all the early read stuff I do. I watch their eyes when they set the ball down. I watch how they line up after they set the ball down. Coming up to the ball, I watch where their hips are pointed. Their hips point give me an accurate almost every time, knowing where they're gonna go. And after the last guy, I could read him fairly easily. I knew which way he was going, so I got a quick jump on him, and I knocked it down, and then we're moving on to the next round.
What's that like as a keeper to be in that type of situation?